From the very beginning of human civilization, when people first gathered in small communities for safety, shelter, and food, societies began shaping themselves around who had power and who did not. Some were given protection, some were left exposed. In the shadows of these inequalities, a hidden world quietly formed, built not by rebellion or immorality, but by survival and necessity.
Sociology teaches us that human behavior never exists in isolation. It is shaped by structural forces, poverty, social norms, gender expectations, and access to opportunity. When survival meets desire in an unequal society, alternative systems emerge. These systems are sustained not by choice alone, but by the circumstances society creates.
Civilizations rose and fell, empires expanded, and moral codes shifted. Yet this hidden world persisted. It thrived in secrecy because societal rules often punished the symptom without addressing the cause. Judgment replaced understanding. Stigma replaced support. And in this contradiction, the system quietly endured.
Most people enter this world not out of want, but out of necessity. When families fail, when jobs are unavailable, when violence or poverty threaten survival, the human body often becomes the last negotiable asset. This is not immorality, it is resilience, adaptation, and instinct for survival.
Urbanization changed the scale of everything. Cities, with their crowds and anonymity, offered both freedom and danger. Neon-lit streets hid lives no one wanted to see. Here, desire found privacy, loneliness found distraction, and survival found opportunity. Urban sociology explains that anonymity alters behavior. It creates spaces where hidden systems can flourish unnoticed.
Class differences shaped experience further. The wealthy often indulged in secrecy, while the middle class judged from afar. The poor faced real danger, exploitation, harassment, and stigma. The system revealed how power and privilege allow some to escape judgment, while others are condemned for circumstances beyond their control.
Gender adds another layer. Women, men, and non-binary individuals participate in this world, but society selectively stigmatizes certain groups. The imbalance of blame reflects deeper power inequalities. Those with economic or social control remain invisible, while the vulnerable bear the weight of judgment.
Emotional realities are often overlooked. Trauma, fear, detachment, resilience, hope, and endurance define daily life. Some learn to emotionally detach to survive. Others establish boundaries to maintain dignity. Anxiety and danger are constants, yet so is courage. Sociology reminds us people adapt when society fails them.
Legal systems often intervene ambiguously. In many places, the system is neither fully legal nor fully illegal. Gray zones make protection scarce and vulnerability high. Violence goes unreported. Rights are ignored. Punishment is meted out, but support is absent. Legal ambiguity perpetuates risk instead of providing safety.
Media shapes perception dramatically. Films romanticize or demonize, rarely portraying the complex realities. Headlines sensationalize. Entertainment distorts. Audiences form judgments without understanding structural causes. Misrepresentation builds stereotypes, which obscure the human stories that matter most. Yet, in this hidden world, communities form. Networks of support, advice, and protection emerge. Informal families develop where formal institutions fail. These relationships provide resilience, survival strategies, and emotional lifelines. They reveal the human capacity to adapt even in the absence of societal care. Sociology highlights root causes: poverty, lack of education, gender inequality, domestic violence, migration pressures, mental health trauma, and social exclusion. These are systemic failures, not personal flaws. The hidden system arises when formal institutions fail to provide safety, opportunity, and dignity.
Real change begins with addressing these roots. Education, healthcare, legal clarity, safe housing, mental health support, equal employment opportunities, all reduce dependency on risky survival strategies. Where reforms exist, people rise. Cycles of exploitation and marginalization break. Survival transforms into choice.
Technology has changed the landscape further. Online spaces replaced streets. Privacy increased, but so did new vulnerabilities: digital exploitation, cyber abuse, blackmail, and fraud. The system adapts faster than regulations, demonstrating society's constant lag in protecting the vulnerable. Every person has a story. Some entered voluntarily, others by circumstance. Some escape trauma, some seek independence, some strive to feed families. Each story defies stereotypes. Sociology teaches us that no single narrative can define a complex human experience. Every life within this system reflects resilience in the face of structural neglect.
Inequality sustains the system. Silence protects it. Judgment fuels it. Vulnerability keeps it alive. Society's failures ensure the system persists. Understanding this requires a lens beyond morality, one that sees structural pressures, social exclusion, and systemic neglect. This world is not a moral tale. It is a mirror of society. It asks uncomfortable questions. Who deserves dignity? Who deserves protection? Who is left behind? These questions are not abstract. They reveal the consequences of structural inequalities and social neglect.
Despite dangers, humans adapt. Informal networks, solidarity among marginalized individuals, and self-created communities emerge. People protect each other, share resources, and teach strategies for survival. Sociology shows that when formal structures fail, informal social bonds often provide resilience.
The system will not vanish while inequality, poverty, and lack of opportunity persist. Desire and survival will always find a path. The solution is not judgment, punishment, or shame. It is reform, equality, and social investment. Until society addresses the root causes, hidden systems will evolve, not disappear.
In the corners society ignores, in unseen rooms and digital spaces, human stories unfold, full of struggle, resilience, adaptation, and courage. This is not about commerce or morality alone. It is about survival, inequality, and humanity. Until society confronts the structures that created these conditions, the story will continue, reflecting both our failures and our responsibility to change.